wins again. Liverpool.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day wherever you are around the world. It's been a minute. It might have been a bit longer than that since we posted on this channel. Apologies for that, as always. Yeah, a bit slacky on the videos a little bit, but hopefully you guys can understand. But in other news, Liverpool did win tonight. This is the match reaction to Liverpool's 4-0 win against Wolves. Yes, I'm not making that up. It is 4-0 against Wolves. Very, very exciting win as well. Of course, fans back in the stadium for the first time since March. So absolutely fantastic to hear actual crowd, if that's a thing. And yeah, of course, we'll be talking about all the positive things tonight. We'll obviously be talking about other things as well, and hopefully all of you guys enjoy tonight's game anyway. But as you can see, I am joined by a very special guest, and that is Jack Mack LFC. Jack, how you doing, mate?
Thank you very much for having me on, as always, mate. So hopefully every single one of you at home is keeping safe and well and thoroughly enjoyed that game. I know I did, and we'll discuss it tonight on the show, but what a game of footy that was.
Yeah, it was. And I think that, obviously the fans, we all knew tonight was a big occasion, even though if we win, draw, or lost. But to have such a, dominant performance, I think we can safely say it was, it just set a benchmark, didn't it? Now that, the actual atmosphere is actually back into stadiums.
Yeah, ridiculous, mate. And as you said, hit the nail on the head. So we sitting at home, everyone sitting at home around the world, they're very lucky few, but it was fantastic. And you've seen from the reaction from Jurgen Klopp at the end, the fans absolutely loved it. And the fans in the stadium fully do deserve it. Obviously, they got put into a hat, but it's fantastic that a small section of the fans, of the fan base can get in there. But they done us all proud, the fans, because they were singing throughout and they properly got involved, as they always do at Anfield when they go to game anyway. But tonight was extra special because it's great for the set of sports that got there as well. Obviously, it's not been easy over the last couple of months, but the football and the Reds winning games of football has helped a lot of people around the world, and it'd be an absolute big boost for everyone that went to Anfield but everyone around the world as well, because as we said, we'll pick this game apart, but there was so much great football to really analyse tonight.
Yeah, it was. And, I think you hit the nail on the head, just having the fans back as a confidence booster. I think, of course, not all the Premier League teams are able to, have the fans back because, of course, like Manchester, they're in tier 3, there's other areas that are in tier 3 as well. Liverpool have been kind of fortunate due to, obviously, the testings and that. So, fantastic that, the likes of Liverpool and Everton can have fans in as well. And, just have that extra factor, because I think it's always better with fans.
Yeah, it's given them a boost, and it, mate. It's ridiculous. It gives them that extra bit of, and you could see it in the players' performance. It was very much highlighted. The lads run that extra couple of miles that probably they haven't done over the last couple of weeks, even though they played amazing. They've been running through brick walls for the shirts anyway. But tonight there was that extra bit, and considering against the opposition that Wolves are, they're no mugs. They're a fantastic, well-run football club, and you play football the right way. When I've been in the game over the last couple of seasons, been lucky enough to get a ticket against Wolves, it's probably been one of my favourite games to watch. It's been one of Liverpool's most difficult games, especially over the last 2 seasons at home against Wolves. Nuno's got them playing fantastic, and he has done been over the last since he's been in the Premier League. But we've seen what they've done over the last couple of seasons with some of the results.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, Wolves, they are a fantastic team. Let's not forget about this. They are like the ones that are being, are probably the best out of the traditional top 6, apart from maybe Leicester in that fact. But guys, please do let us know your thoughts and your opinions about the game anyway, and we'll of course read out your comments as usual. Doug says, anyway, congratulations on 400 subs. Thank you, Doug. Yes, we finally hit it after about a couple of months. It's crazy. But Chris says, hi Colin, good to see you back. Absolutely love being back, mate. Sorry I haven't been uploading and that. If you've been checking out Twitter, you'll know why. Anyway, Seema says, congrats on 400. Ryan's in saying, Matlock, where's your fortress? Ryan, where's my pleasant hello? You should know this by now. Where's the pleasant hello?
Hey, why weren't you subbed since he started the channel? I'd be very disappointed. I'm very disappointed in you.
I know, I'm disappointed as well.
Yeah.
But thank you, Ryan. Anyway, Chris says, yet again another statement of the champions, but let the haters write us off. World-class performance in front of the returning fans. Yeah, I think that's been a thing, because of Liverpool's injury list, and I think that a lot of teams, fans, pundits have written off Liverpool. But like we said, a couple of weeks ago, please write us off. Please underestimate us. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you'll find out what happens, and that's what has happened so far. Currently joint top, even though we're technically second, but
we've been in first gear all season, mate. I don't think we've even played this. We haven't even hit the ceiling of what we produced last season. I think we're still in first gear considering the amount of players we got off, mate. But welcome to everyone in the chat. Hope you're having a lovely night as well. Thank you for tuning in.
Ben's in, yeah. All right, lads. Hello, Ben. Hopefully having a fantastic day, mate. Jay Pearson's in here as well. Hello, Jay. Hopefully having a fantastic day, mate. Saying hi, gents. Seema says, I'm Irish and I'm just so happy to see Kelleher pulling off another amazing save. Yeah. And to be fair, we have to talk about Kelleher a little bit because now that's 2 clean sheets out of 2 for him. And it's not like he hasn't had anything to do. He's made very important saves. And Jack, I know we were speaking in your channel about Kelleher and the save that he made midweek against Ajax. It kind of reminded us both of Alisson against Napoli.
Yeah.
In many respects, the Liverpool now have that solid backup goalkeeper after everyone I think has been a little bit like Adrian. He's not it anymore, after last season.
Yeah, we all love Adrian, but I think the writing was on the wall since Kelleher got selected in the last Champions League game. I think Klopp or whatever's happened behind closed doors. We love Adrian, but I think he will be moving on in the future. But Kelleher, as the lads have already said, Seamus has said, it's fantastic, especially if he's Irish as well. Gives a bit more incentive, really, for the fan base, for all the Irish lads out there. But yeah, he's done classmates since he's come in the last 2 performances. He's still a young lad. He's got a lot of improvement to do. But I think having Alisson, probably the world's best goalkeeper, in training, he's going to be learning week in, week out. He will make mistakes, but it's about the fans getting behind this lad. And he's going to grow in confidence, like the likes of Nico Williams as well. 2 Williams at the back as well, and obviously the whole Curtis Jones. We've got our experience, lads, but this is the future Liverpool Football Club in those young lads. Not to put too much pressure on, but it's refreshing to see such a young player coming into the starting lineup. Not play a lot of players around Europe have come into the first team setup in their clubs anyway, and really struggled. But Kelleher, he's going from strength to strength, and as we mentioned, I think it was whoever you saved, it was from Neves or Neto, one of them, like the first 10-20 minutes, wasn't it? A little dinked ball over the top. It was going in, and he's got the agility really to get back onto his line and tip it over. But cracking performance from Kelleher tonight, and he's just going to go from strength to strength. But Seamus, get in line, everyone. What a performance!
Yeah, it was. And look, I think that obviously Liverpool, Alisson Becker, we all know what he can do. He is one of, if not the best goalkeepers in world football. Adrian, he did well last season in, when we needed him. But now looking at it and looking how Klopp is thinking now, Kelleher is probably most definitely now the number 2 now. And I think everyone's talking about will Adrian be let go because of course his contract does end at the end of the season. I could honestly see him leaving in January if that's an option, but I don't think it is going to be an option because Ali is a little bit injury. I wouldn't say injury prone. I hate the word injury prone, but yeah, he does get injured now and then. But yeah, that is the fact of it, really. But we do have another special guest for you. He is in waiting, and that is Mr. Douglas Horn. Let me Hang on a minute. Let me put it into the
There you go.
three.
Wait.
Hello, Doug. How are you, mate?
Hello, Connor. Congratulations on 400. A long time coming, has to be said, because me and you have been chatting for absolutely ages, and you've just been saying, when are we going to get the 400? I've been saying constantly you would get there. So very, very congratulations, and what a result for the Reds tonight.
Well, first of all, thank you. You did always say it. I said it wouldn't happen, and thank you to Ryan as well, because I know Ryan is the 400 subscriber.
Yeah,
So,
no, it's absolutely amazing, boys, and everyone in the chat. The support for all the YouTube content creators, we really do appreciate it. And these two lads have been putting in the work. I know I haven't been as productive on my channel, but obviously sometimes life does catch up to you. And but every single one of you is watching that do watch week in, week out on all of our channels. We really do appreciate it, and just hopefully every single one of you do enjoy the content and keeping safe, really. But nice one, Connor, and don't keep on going, boys. And it's a grind, but it's fully worth it when you grow the amazing community of Reds around the world. So yeah.
Very, very true. And to be fair, I can't say much. Of course, I think this is the first time we've uploaded in 2 weeks. I could be wrong with that. I think it's 2 weeks. So I do apologize for that. But, it is. And, it's nice to see other Liverpool fans, communicate it. Like, I think we were speaking the other day, wasn't we? Like, if it wasn't for YouTube, none of us would know each other.
Yeah,
exactly.
Doug would have been in Scotland, me in Scousland, and Connor in Wales.
Somewhere in the land.
I was actually just thinking of that. I actually met you guys through, like, obviously YouTube, etc. I think I started watching Jack, and then I started watching Connor, and then we just kind of got to chat. So I think the thing we can take away from 2020 is it's been a year of where we can actually communicate through YouTube, Skype, Twitter, etc. It's been fantastic, and I met you guys as well, so it's fantastic.
Yeah, hopefully when everything's sorted and that, and hopefully when everything's non-COVID and that, then we can get up Liverpool, we can all meet and all like this with all of you guys as well, and have a party hopefully when Liverpool win our 20th league title. But hopefully that will happen this season. But let us know your thoughts anyway, guys. Seema says we already mentioned that one. Chris says, again, I didn't expect this to be a very good Wolves side this comfortably. I think a lot of people were like that. If I'm being perfectly honest with you. Jay says, Trent's pass got me pregnant.
We're not going to mention the context of that message anyway, but yeah, if you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. But I think that Trent's crosses, passes does that to people. I think it has that type of effect on people. But, Jeannie Zin says, hi everyone, buzzing up the Reds. Miss you boys. You never walk alone. Missed you too, Jeannie. Hopefully having a fantastic day, of course, mate. Seema says, super Jeannie with a super goal. And yeah, I want to quickly, we'll get on to the major talking points of this game, and I want to talk about this man in particular, Gini Wijnaldum. For me, the last couple of games, he's been absolutely superb for the Reds. I believe he's played, ridiculous amount of playing time. I think he's played over 4,000 minutes in the last 3 weeks, which is ridiculous in that terms, and that of course for Liverpool and Holland as well. But Doug, how good is Gini Wijnaldum in this team? Because of course at the start of the season, he was getting criticised quite a lot because of the rumours concerning him and Barcelona and that. And I think he is, now that the transfer window is shut and everything, has died down with Barcelona with all their troubles and that. Do you think that's helped him confidence-wise now that he can just focus on football and not have any of the drama of the transfer window then?
I think he's been absolutely fantastic recently. And I was made up for him tonight for getting that goal. And what a goal it was. I mean, he picked out that top corner. It was a fantastic strike. And I just think he's getting better and better. He's so important to the Liverpool team. I mean, you just said it there, 4,000 minutes for Liverpool and Holland combined. This man is a machine. He won't want a rest, but obviously he probably will get a rest on Wednesday. I would probably expect that game to be probably a team of kids, in all honesty. I don't see any of the front three starting. I actually don't see anyone who started tonight probably started the weekend midweek against Midtjylland. So, but for me, Gini Van Aldum is so important to this Liverpool team. If we lose him and Henderson in that midfield, then I think we're much weaker team without those two. I thought he was absolutely fantastic tonight, and I absolutely love Gini. It's just another Klopp masterstroke, for getting a player from Newcastle United who I think everyone kind of sort of doubted at the start. We're like, okay, we're paying 25 million for a player who was just relegated with a Newcastle team. Just look at how much he has been so good for Liverpool. I really, really hope we tie him down to a new contract.
Yeah, defo. And I think that, the contract situation, that's going to be the next talking point, because I have a sneaky feeling that he isn't going to leave the club because he loves it so much. And I think that, the major rumors that have been, occurring, it's not so much if he wants to stay at Liverpool. It's the fact of contracts.
Yeah.
I believe that Gini wants a 3-year. Liverpool want to give him a 2-year deal, and that's been the rumor going on for like the last 6 months. So maybe the club can go, oh, you scored that good goal. Okay, there's 3 years. Happy days. But Jack, do you think that he'll get a contract before the end of the season? With the immense performances that he's doing so far.
Yeah, most definitely, mate. I think he's going to put the owners and Klopp into a corner, and they're just not going to have any other choice than to give him one. Like, if he continues, I've just put him on Instagram. He is probably easily in the top 3 world's best centre mids in world football, and there's no one can really argue with that on current form. Obviously, you've got the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and Fernandes, but they're not in that type of quality. Obviously, Gini's more of a CDM to a centre mid, box to box midfield anyway. But his levels have been absolutely ridiculous, and tonight the way in which he dictated the play, the Wolves players couldn't get near him. It was absolutely frightening. Considering obviously Ruben Neves, Moutinho as well, very technical, gifted players in that Wolves setup. But our lads in midfield, obviously Henderson as well and Curtis as well. But those 3 tonight were absolutely amazing, absolutely phenomenal. And they've been doing that all week by week in the Champions League as well. And tonight, when the backs were against the wall, really, it was a very big performance that was needed against Wolves. That the Gini with that goal, it really capped it off, because you could see how much it meant to him. Obviously, doing his little Virgil van Dijk celebration anyway, and Virgil loved that. But obviously, since the leadership qualities, what we have been missing from Virgil van Dijk, but I think a lot of people outside the Liverpool they don't notice the ability in which he leads this Liverpool team. Obviously, you got the leader; he's a Dutch captain anyway. Obviously, Virgil van Dijk and Gini anyway share the captaincy as well. But you've got Hendo; he's a captain material as well. But there's captains throughout this Liverpool team, and his importance to this Liverpool team gets stressed every single week. And I think, as I said, the Jürgen will want him to sign a contract.
Yeah, defo. And I think, you talked about people being captain, material. And I think it's not just like with previous Liverpool squads, it was just maybe 1 or 2 players that had that ability. And I think if you look through the entire squad, I think any one of that, team could be, captain ability. Maybe not, Callagher or, Neco Williams, because they're coming into the team.
Yeah.
But certainly, the more experienced ones like Matip, Fabinho, Robbo, of course, Scottish captain, of course. And, there's more and more people there as well. But guys, please do let me know. Let us know your thoughts anyway. But what else do we have? Ben says, big win for us, very much needed after the past couple of games. I love that photo, Ben. I absolutely love that. But yeah, it is a good win after the last couple of games, especially after the controversial stuff with VAR, of course, that we will talk about. Chris says Wolves missed Jimenez tonight. I felt, yeah, of course, of course, they missed Jimenez. Hopefully, he's doing fantastic now. As far as we know, he had successful surgery and that, and he's recovering well and that. So we wish him all the best in that, because it was a very, very bad injury, of course. But Ben also says nobody's talking about Salah's cross to Matip was unreal ball. It was. And let's move on then a little bit to Mo, because of course Mo did get the first goal after Jordan Henderson's lobbed ball over, and then a bit of a controversial person in the game, Connor Cody. I think this photo is perfect for it. That for me just describes the game in one photo, but it was a ball over the top. Connor Cody messed it up, and then Mohamed Salah did slot it away, and then of course Mo then setting up Liverpool's third goal for Joel Matip as well to get. It was the third goal. It was the third goal, right?
Yeah, third goal.
Yeah, third goal.
Yeah, third goal. Yeah, I was thinking that. It's like, how many did we score tonight? It's like,
So
there's too many. Yeah. But another fantastic performance for Mo. And then, of course, him on the chase for the golden boot, as always. And Jack, I think many people, obviously with the VAR controversies and that, and the word diver, and other bits and pieces thrown out there, and everyone always tries to mention Mohamed Salah, but then when he does good, everyone just forgets about it. If you're not a Liverpool fan, is he gonna get back to that 44 goal season where he's just blitzing teams and that? Do you reckon he's there again now?
Yeah,
this season.
Most definitely, mate. And just because he's not English, I'll tell you, if he was English, he would not get the stick he was getting. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
End of. You see the absolute antics Harry's been doing today. So, don't get me started on him. I was a rant. But yeah, Mo's performance, fantastic, mate. Got a goal and assist as well. He started off the season like a house on fire, really. In Champions League, he's been absolutely frightening, really. And as you mentioned, he can, and I think he will hit those levels, because I think Liverpool obviously missing Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez for large portions of the season. Is that a stat, Doug? Is that comparing Ronaldo's season?
Ronaldo versus Salah. Ronaldo 196 games, 84 goals. Mohamed Salah 131 games, 84 goals.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing.
That's extraordinary.
I know everyone's arguments non-Liverpool will be like, yes, Salah's in his prime, and that was when Ronaldo was about 22, 23, whatever. But that's just level. Yeah. That's just how good Ronaldo was as well. And Salah, he is probably going to go down as one of Liverpool's greatest ever legends of the football club, as long as he stays. Yeah. I hope you do, Mo. Well, yeah, mate, he was phenomenal tonight. Especially going out wide. I think obviously switching between the Marcel, obviously the Brazilian left wing back for Wolves tonight. He didn't even know where to go. You had Bobby Firmino megsing everyone. He must have mexed everyone about 50 times. You got Bobby creating carnage in the midfield. Salah going down there. Mane was trying to score an absolute banger from outside the box all game. It didn't quite go in, but yeah, the forward three lads tonight. But Mo, fantastic performance there.
Can I just say a bit special shout out to Clive Tilsley and Ali McCoist? Can we have those two as commentators for like ever? They two are fantastic on commentary.
Just anyone that isn't Martin Tyler.
Preach.
Yeah. The thing is, though, I think over the next couple of years, I think Amazon will get a lot more Premier League. I think the service that they provide and that. It's such a fantastic, thing, because, of course, well done to everyone. Yeah, again, let's just say this, on, boycotting the pay-per-view system. And this is why the Premier League and the Sky Sports and BT Sport have decided to scrap the pay-per-view system, because everyone didn't go to it. So, fantastic work from everyone, at least. And, hopefully, again, Boxing Day, we'll have a day full of Premier League football like it was last season, of course, and like Doug said, I think the whole presentation of Amazon was fantastic tonight. Made it a lot better than Liverpool won 4-0, but still, it's fantastic, that you have another service that actually does quite well for football fans anyway. But I'll ask Doug this question. Of course, Liverpool have had injury problems. We all know this and that, but tonight as well, and he did get his goal. We did mention him, and that was Joel Matip. Of course, last week he did miss the Brighton game, obviously because we were keeping him intact, for the Champions League and that. But I think tonight, alongside Fabinho as well, it proved when he's fit and available. He is one of the best centre backs in the Premier League, if not Europe, in that sense as well. What did you make of Matip's performance tonight?
Solid as anything. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Like he missed Brighton, but then he returned against Ajax in a game. He's absolutely fantastic. I think the thing is, I think they're taking their time with Matip, knowing that he's got a history of injuries. I think they're just taking their time with him. I think they're playing him game by game as well. See what happens, but he'll get a rest on Wednesday. There's no denying that. But I thought him and Fabinho at the back were fantastic yet again tonight. And Nelson Semedo does not like Anfield. He played for Barcelona in a 4-0 defeat. And
I've seen your tweet.
And now he's played in a Wolves defeat 4-0 for Wolves. So yeah, he does not like Anfield.
No, he doesn't. And to be fair, he did contribute to Liverpool's goal scoring, of course. We all thought Mane finally got his goal, but it was Nelson Semedo. And he was right with that.
Mo tried his best to leave it, didn't he? He was like, "Go on, man. I'm not crazy." To everyone on Twitter, everyone.
We'll have another Burnley situation in our hands where Mane just flips off.
What we don't want is when you've got, was it last season when you were just both passing it to each other because everyone on Twitter was going, "You don't pass to each other," and then you're like, "Shoot! Just want to shoot."
Oh, bloody hell, man. But guys, let us know your thoughts and comments anyway. Gary says, did you see Cody try and buy himself a pen? Yeah.
Gaddy, I think I'm going to go on a rant. You don't ask me, Connor, because I went straight in there. Like.
Yeah, it was a bad situation, wasn't it? And I'll allow Jack to have his probably 10-minute rant right now.
Yeah, that was screaming red card, mate. And it was screaming straight reds. He's trying to cheat. But yeah, no, I'm trying to keep it PG. But it was an absolute disgraceful dive, and to people to lambast with saying he dives, but that was caught on camera, him diving, and the fact that he didn't get a card was an absolute disgrace. Like, I'm sorry, you just looked on the monitor, and you're meant to be booking players for diving, but the consistency levels there, and an absolute joke.
You see, Jack, you've hit the nail right on the head. People were saying when people dive, it's an automatic yellow card. Now, the fact is, that went to VAR. Craig Pawson's overturned his decision. Why has he not gone for a yellow card? Because it is complete cheating. It is complete cheating.
You can see it from Fabinho and Hendo's reaction, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Fabinho was like laughing his pants off, and he's like, he looked at him, stared at him, wouldn't want to fight with Fabinho. That slaphead of his, he'll knock you out.
It was literally all the Liverpool fans, Liverpool players were like literally surrounding the referee and telling him he has dived, and like we were like
dived.
I was like, I was watching on TV, and I was like, I swear to fucking God, if they're giving another penalty for this shit, it's like I want it gone. I just want it gone. And then fucking, VAR actually helped. For once, they actually did something correct.
That's proper good VAR when it works for us. I think that's the only decision we've got this season, but we move.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, we've seen today the good and the bad of VAR because we've seen the good with Connor Cody, but has anyone seen the West Brom red card?
Oh, don't get me started.
Don't get me started. If that is a red card, football's going soft.
Oh, don't get me started on your performances. The referees in this league can't even get a throw in right.
No. What's that with the Man United game?
Man United, the ball was about 10
minutes.
Oh, goodness me.
Don't.
We're not talking about the scum anyway, but yeah, the referee, I felt he had a good performance, apart from obviously the yellow card that should have went. But
I swear, like, if I was given though, and it changed the game and the momentum of the game, every one of those 2,000 Liverpool fans that was in the Kop should have been waiting outside for the referee's car.
I would have come out my house. I've been out the house for 8 months, mate. I would have been out there outside Anfield, like Jose Mourinho in Champions League, waiting in that car park.
Yeah. Mate. I put on Twitter, it's a Christmas miracle. VAR actually did his job. On that. But speaking of Christmas, Chris said, dug in the Christmas spirit with Christmas jumper looks it anyway. Yes, he is there with his Christmas jumper. Of course, with his Gryffindor. What?
Yeah, it's Gryffindor, yeah.
Yeah, I got that right.
Oh, no, I'm happy you've actually got that right. I would have been fuming if you said like Ravenclaw.
No. I know I'm good with the Harry Potter, but I said it slowly just in case it was wrong. Because I was like, Gryffindor. I could have been wrong there. Peter says, Bolly will be lovely. Not this again. Peter.
Not again. Right.
Just play under 23s against Michelania. Just play under 23s. Diego says, evening all. Good win tonight, lads. Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Good win for Palace as well.
Yeah, 5-1, even though, red card. Red card. But, look, it was a good win. Let's not get this wrong. It was a fantastic win for them. Chris says, perfect night, Liverpool winning, and Arsenal fans melting. Yeah, meltdown. Yeah. Arsenal fan TV, DT doing Michael Jackson again. Slamming and banging. if you know, you know. But, that was good to see. Finn's in saying greeting people. Good people, great people. Hello, Finn. Hopefully I'm fantastic. Jeannie with the wave saying hi to Finn. Diego saying evening to Finn as well. Chris says tough to pick man of the match for us tonight. Everyone was perfect for me. We will get on to man of the match in a minute as we read all these chats. Chris says Salah's next goal celebration should be the classic Luis Suarez versus Everton diving celebration. That would be fantastic, but I cannot see Mo doing that, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Diego says, great team win performance from all of your squad players tonight. Klopp and his coaching staff are making wonders. Yeah, look, again, with the injuries that Liverpool have had, to be joint top of the league, I think, is a bit of a success story, in the injuries and that. And, it is, special, this Liverpool squad, no matter who's playing in that, Kelleher, did we think 2 weeks ago that he would be having 2 clean sheets in 2 games? No, we wouldn't have. So, it just shows that, Liverpool have a fantastic, players in depth then, really. Anyway. Chris says Sum's perfect night up when Weetabix legs Matip scores a goal. A good old Matip. Yeah, good old Matip, to be fair. Diego says your next Premiership fixture is against Fulham away, then the big one versus Spurs. Question, which of the current injured players may return for the Spurs games? I believe Ox is back, maybe before then.
Trent did come on, didn't he, tonight? So
yeah, Trent come on. Thiago won't be back.
Yeah,
Shaqiri might be back.
Thiago's absolutely knackered.
Thiago's
he's
shattered. So yeah, practically Ox, Shaqiri, and that's it. I think.
I'd probably say Ox from an outside point of view.
Milner,
maybe. Yeah.
Milner, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he's a muscular injury, so he possibly could come back. Yeah, which would be great.
It's questionable anyway.
Ali?
Yeah, Ali, yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. It depends if he's done his muscles in anyway, but hopefully he should be fit. But I'd be very happy with seeing Kelleher back in after the last 2 performances.
Yeah, definitely. Right. So my laptop has just died, so we can't read any more comments out and put them on the screen for you guys, unless I scroll up on my phone, which I'm going to do anyway. But Chris said, I got it. Chris says, yeah, well done to everyone not paying £15 for pay-per-view. Otherwise, if you didn't, it's like paying money for... Okay, we're not going to read that last part. And then some
a mad one,
yeah, a little bit of a mad one there. Chris says, why didn't the ref have a look at the monitor for the decision? One of the most easiest decisions they still made. It looked hard. Yellow card should have been given. Blatant dive. Again, like we said, we don't really know why it wasn't given as a yellow card.
I can see from the angle because he's manipulated the movements, and he's made it look like. So obviously, if you've played football in Sunday League, if you look at it at a certain angle, the ref. It's up to the obviously some players, really, to be honest. And Hendo said to Cody, and Cody went to him, and then just carried on. So, but it was good. It was good from the ref. I can understand why the ref give it, because in full speed, it did look like a pen.
Yeah. Diego says, I have to admit the West Brom red card was harsh, but the lad did slightly kick out. Was it a kick out, or was it just him raising
I think
his
he was
feet?
trying to move his leg away.
Yeah, I would say that it was it wasn't a kick out in my personal opinion. Anyway, Jeannie said DT said Arteta broke Klopp. Yeah, I think we all remember that when DT did say that about Klopp, and look at it now. Klopp's top of the league, through to the Champions League, knockout stages and that, and Arsenal are what, 16th,
15th.
Aubameyang's got his new brand spanking new contract, and he's forgot how to play football. So that's great.
And Bellerin doesn't know how to take throws. Five foul throws this season.
What is it with him and foul throws? He made 3 against us. I don't get it.
He's too bothered about his fashion sense in football at this rate.
Yeah, he does, to be fair. Finn says, your take on Curtis Jones, especially the past few months, is he slowly establishing himself as a nailed-on starter now, even if all midfielders are back? In my personal opinion, I think that he, of course, was in Klopp's plans, from last season onwards, because, of course, obviously with the midfield and that, it's hard to break into Liverpool's midfield. But as we've all said before, Curtis Jones, he reminds me of Stevie G in some sense, and he does have some more technical ability than Stevie G. But I'll go to Doug with this first. Do you think that obviously when everyone is back, do you think Curtis Jones is maybe the third or fourth choice centre mid? Because I think both Henderson and Gini, they are the number 1 and 2 in this midfield. Is he number 3 and 4 now?
I think he's undroppable right now. I think he's been absolutely fantastic since obviously we lost Thiago, since we obviously lost Milner to injury, and obviously with Keita and of his ongoing problems with injury as well. I think Curtis Jones has just been fantastic. And the thing is, like, people say that like young players, take time to gel through. Curtis Jones has taken this like a duck to water. He honestly has. I think he's been absolutely fantastic, and I was as we obviously said, I was made up for him scoring against Ajax as well. But he'll get a much needed rest. But for me right now, I think he is one of the first starters on the team sheet.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Jack, do you think the same, mate? Or do you think, when everyone is back available, do you think he'll be used as an impact sub, really?
Vinay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love him, mate, as a player, and obviously all three have mentioned over the last couple of weeks. He's probably been one of Liverpool's shining lights. He's still a young lad. He's got a lot of potential, but what I showed over the last couple of weeks anyway, he has got the quality to really be in this team, and it doesn't look too out of his depth. Like when you get players and you put them into your starting 11, whether that be Liverpool or any team in the Premier League, you're like, oh, they're not really up to the pace. But this lad's he's hit the ground running week in, week out, and for me, you never know. The place is up there for grabs because Ox has been out injured, Naby has been out injured as well. Hendo, Ginny needs his rest time, so the minutes are there, mate. And for now, you're spot on there, mate. I and Connor and Joe we've spoken on our channels. I really do see this lad playing a lot more footy over the coming months, and I think he will do a Trent and really establish himself in that midfield at the heart of Liverpool's midfield. Because I tell you, he offers that. He's as I keep on saying, he's so good on the ball for a player his height. Yeah. I think he's like 6'1", 6'2", but he's so mobile, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's crazy. Like, I think you look at him, I think there was one stage during this game where I think he was playing left back because Robbo had like bombed up, way too forward. And it's like watching, I can't really think at the minute. It's like watching, someone like Iniesta or someone where they're in like close gaps and they could just get out of it somehow. And that, and not to say that Curtis Jones is like Iniesta, because Iniesta, one of a kind, and that, but just how he can like find a way out of like close gaps and that. I think that's absolutely fantastic, and I think like what Jack said, I think he does have a massive future ahead of Liverpool. Anyway, but guys, do let us know your thoughts. Anyway, Chris says Curtis Jones is a Scouser born and bred. Yes, he is. To be fair, the Scouser in our team is kept away for Trent, but I think we have to bring that in now for Curtis Jones as well, of course. And remember, Klopp did say he wanted a full team of Scousers, so that might be a potential thing now. Chris says, well, it was just goosebumps hearing Liverpool fans in the stadium tonight. Yeah, and to be fair, we have to give the Liverpool fans that were there in attendance tonight a massive round of applause, because all night long the atmosphere was booming. 100%. Yeah, it was booming every single way. I know a lot of people, well, away fans anyway, criticize Anfield of being quiet at times, and tonight, those 2,000 people did not disappoint. All game long, you heard them singing, chanting, celebrating, the win. So absolutely fantastic. They, brought the energy then to the Anfield, and that missing link anyway. Go on, Jack, what were you going to say?
Yeah, it was just a raw emotion, mate. We said at the top of the show, didn't we, mate? All of us, it was a raw emotion, and it was great to see the fans back in the stadium, and for everyone that joined on the live stream at the back end. Anyway, like, it's phenomenal. It gave the players that extra bit of movement, extra bit of passion, really, and that really boosted, give them a bigger performance, and that was evident from start to finish. But yeah.
Absolutely. Chloe's in as well. Hello, Chloe. Hello, boys. Hello, Chloe. Hopefully you're having a fantastic. Of course, Chloe is an Arsenal fan, so please don't give her much hate. Even though Arteta sucks. But she's probably gonna back to me now when we get in the PS. But please don't abuse me, please. But don't change anything that's not broken. Keep same midfield 3-4. I think, look, that is the perfect thing for Liverpool at the minute. We have 3 quality midfielders at the moment. To be fair, Chloe did say up the Reds. I'm sorry that I butchered Arsenal. I love Arsenal. Maybe. Finn says, any news on Gini's contract? Also hope Kelleher won't be like the Brewster case, where he would be sold with a buyback clause, considering Alisson's fitness. Like we did say a little bit ago, Finn, there is really not much news in terms of contract news. There's probably in about a month's time, you'll probably hear contract and that, because of course next month's January and that. And
I think it will. Yeah, Finn, you probably heard, as Connor said, then in the next month, because I think obviously clubs, it will be open to contract talks anyway. So if anything does come out, I think it will be public knowledge. It probably will get put up, especially if the Spanish club does come in for them. They put all and the German-based clubs as well. They do produce their financial reports online. So
to be fair, like, if you're Gini Wijnaldum, why would you want to leave Liverpool right now? Why would you want to go to Barcelona? They're like a sinking ship. They'd been lost to Cadiz yesterday, who were just promoted to La Liga as well. And I think the thing is, like, we're safely through to the Champions League group stage, and obviously the 3 of us have obviously spoken about this, but who would have thought that we would have had probably a situation where Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, remember Atletico Madrid knocked us out of the Champions League, potentially going into the Europa League.
Why did you bring up the Champions League in last season? No, I get it, of course. But it is a strange season. Who would have thought, looking at the league table, that there's 3 points between us, Tottenham, Chelsea and Leicester, at the start of the season. I don't think a lot of people would have thought that. Like City is, of course, still there, but they're not even in the conversation at the minute.
Even with the West Ham as well, though.
And I'm not putting Manchester United into this conversation either.
No,
they're far too inconsistent.
Yeah, we'll never put them in there. They're probably just going to finish 7th anyway or whatever. But but yeah, they're not. They're not in the conversation. But it's going to be close. This year. I don't think that. I know that we've all said, Liverpool, we all think that Liverpool are going to win the league. I still think Liverpool are going to win the league, but I think it's going to be, a point or two this season, because the season is so compact and so, it's so exposing then of teams of fitness issues and things like this.
Yeah.
So time will tell anyway. But let's move on then to the final bit of tonight anyway. And of course, I think someone mentioned, I think it was Chris mentioned, man of the match. Now, of course, Amazon did give it to Andy Robertson, I believe. They gave man of the match to. But I'll first of all ask Doug, who was your man of the match tonight against Wolves?
The smiling assassin, Gini Van Aldum. I thought he was absolutely outstanding yet again. And you could have given it to Kelleher, you could have given it to Matip, you could have given it to Fabinho, could have given it to Curtis. There were so many good performances out there tonight. So, but for me, just because of his goal and the finesse that he managed to get onto that strike, it has to be Gini Van Aldum.
Yeah, Jack, would you agree, Gini Wijnaldum, or have you gone with someone else?
For me, Fabinho and Matip, the lads at the back. Fabinho, he was ridiculous tonight. I don't think Wolves only registered 3 shots in the whole game. Anyway, it was frightening how good he is, and I think we've been to you off air before we went on live, mate. We've spoken about it a couple of times. I think Liverpool have got the world's best second centre back in Fabinho. It's ridiculous how Liverpool transform him, how Jürgen, and I think on commentary they have been speaking as the game went throughout tonight. Jürgen has been utilising him in training at centre back prior to the Virgil van Dijk and Gomez injuries anyway. So the option was always there. The mobility in which he has as a player, but his one-on-one ability is a joke. And we've seen him when last season when he was against Lewan, didn't have a sniff. Lewan, and considering how good he has been in form as well. And the amount of great strikers he's had come up against this season already, especially in the Champions League as well. But yeah, for me, Fabinho, mate, I think every one-on-one duel in which he had tonight, he won every single one. I've seen stats on how many successful tackles he's had, but he's probably won everything anyway. But there's a lot of great performances. Gini as well. If I could pick them all, it'd be Gini and Fabinho as well. Robbo, very deserving. But this just highlights how good of a fantastic performance it was from every single Liverpool player. I'd love to pick Kelleher if I could as well, because I know he didn't have a lot to do, but that doesn't really matter because he did save everything that he had to and done great. But yeah, for me, Fabinho, the absolute Dyson in midfield, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. The Brazilian Virgil van Dijk, I think he's become over the last couple of months. Anyway, and like you said, it could be a number of people, tonight. And for me, I think Gini, absolutely fantastic. Curtis Jones, fantastic. Bobby, absolutely superb tonight. Just the nutmegs, for him again tonight. That was a saucy ordeal. Mo Salah as well, getting a goal and assist. Absolutely fantastic for him.
Firmino, sorry, we haven't really mentioned him.
No,
it's just for me. I was absolutely crying inside, absolutely weighing myself. The amount of nutmegs, the amount of times when we used to watch Suarez in the red shirt, Firmino was taking the absolute mickey tonight. So some of them have families, Bobby, and you're just absolutely destroying half of them.
Ali McCoy certainly enjoyed them on commentary.
Yeah, he did enjoy them. He did enjoy them
tonight.
But for me, I think I'm going to have to give it to Gini. Absolutely fantastic night. Of course, I haven't looked at his stats properly. We may talk about that tomorrow or the next day in a preview show or, just the video itself. But for me, absolutely fantastic. He's been the man over the last couple of weeks, with, his performances for Liverpool. So for me, it goes to Gini Wijnaldum for man of the match. And of course, the celebration towards Virgil as well, which Virgil was there tonight as well. So, that I think that brought a tear to everyone's eyes, seeing just Virgil there.
He was like a proud dad, Ronnie. He was like, yes, go on, Gini, lad. Yes, my son.
He was like a proud dad. But guys, before we do head off, please let us know your man of the matches in the comments. Anyway, Chris says, my man of the match, they all played well tonight. Can't pick one. Seriously, it is hard tonight, I'm not going to lie. Finn says, man of the match, Gini Wijnaldum, as he controlled the midfield throughout the match, could have easily have given it to Henderson or Curtis Jones. Midfield was a boss tonight. Absolutely agree. And the last comment of the video, Chris says, get chipping at the statue for Owen from the Cop On podcast for suggesting Fabinho at centre back. Yeah, he did suggest it, but that was in context, mind, of when Virgil and Joe Gomez was fifth. So, but still, I'll still carve the statue because now Fabinho is, like I said, the Brazilian Virgil van Dijk.
So well, could be an undercover scout for Klopp. Like, you never know.
Maybe.
Hasn't led on really,
Maybe. But yeah, it's funny because I think Owen also said something about, I can't remember who he said it about, but he said something else and he got it right as well. If anyone does know, then let us know in the comment section down below. Anyway, but I think we're going to end the day for tonight. We have been going for 50 minutes, so thank you to everyone that has tuned in to tonight's video. Of course, our first video back in a while anyway. But Doug, where can we find you on the socials, mate?
Well, thank you very much for having me, and yet again, congratulations on 400 subscribers. Made up for you. Made up to speak to Jack as well, so fantastic to speak to both of you tonight. You can find me on the YouTube at the Dugout Football channel. Doing very, very well, actually. I'm at 739 at the moment, so getting ever closer to that 800. You can also find me on Twitter at enrod_1992. You can find me on Instagram at Douglas.Horn, and you can also find me at Facebook on Douglas James Horn. But no, absolute pleasure to be back on, Connor, and great to see you back on here, mate.
Yeah, absolute pleasure, mate, and thank you for coming on. And please, everyone, please go and subscribe to Doug because he is killing it right now. So please go and hit that subscribe button over on Doug's channel. And Jack, where can we find you on the socials, mate?
Jack Mack LFC, mate. Thank you for having me on once again. What a pleasure speaking to both of you, absolute legends, and everyone at home. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. And the Reds just absolutely done us all proud yet again tonight. I think I might try and do it. I will be doing a live stream in a little second anyway. I'll try and get the two lads on anyway, so it'll be boss if you can get it on anyway. But thank you for having me on, mate, and it fully do deserve the 400 subscribers, and thank you to every single one of the subscribers that I continue to support Doug, me and Connor as well. Sometimes life does catch up. This isn't our full-time job anyway. We do it as a passion and love for Liverpool Football Club, and the amazing opportunity to speak and meet every single one of you as well. But thank you to every single one of you that has tuned in tonight, and everyone that is obviously watching it on repeat as well. But thank you for having me on tonight, mate.
Absolute pleasure, man. And please, guys, like I said with Doug, please go and subscribe to Jack. Obviously, Jack's an amazing LFC content creator, amazing guy as well. And and like we said at the top of the show as well, without YouTube, we would never have met one another, and that's the bonuses of YouTube, and that you meet people you would never meet before, and that, and now we all secretly hate each other when we get off camera.
Connor's so bad on search and on Call of Duty, so just giving absolutely belters down the mic.
I have to save his neck plenty of times. So I'm the brains behind the thing, but no, I'm kidding. If you want to find out what we're like on Call of Duty, maybe we might start a gaming channel. Maybe, maybe. But guys, thank you to everyone that has tuned in to the video. If you could, please leave a like. It's massively appreciated and lets me know that you do like the content on the channel anyway. And as always, please, if you're new, then hit that subscribe button and, become a cop-out of the Cop Council. And I've seen, Chris's comment with Genie celebration.
Are we doing a wave?
So, so we'll wave you off.
Weird, like nice. So I bet you someone's been screened this at home, haven't they?
We'll look like octopuses from like Doctor Who or something like that. But until next time, guys, we'll see you then. I've been Connor from the Cop Council, and we'll see you all next time. All right.
Bye.